Hi, how is everyone? For those of you who don't know, I'm Kylie, and tonight I'm going to be talking about some of the advantages and disadvantages of being a superhero. And I got a lot of my ideas from different movies and TV shows I've seen, and then a lot of them are my own opinions and ideas. So there's a lot to figure out, so I'm just going to talk about some of it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the effects of the movie Push on me. Just coincidentally, when I was writing my speech, I was watching that movie because I got it from Netflix. So it gave me like a whole new view of being a superhero. Before I was thinking of, Superman, Batman, but these people had to deal with horrible things. Along with other shows I've seen, it's like every show I see with superheroes these days, they kind of have new dark twists on things, make me even question whether I'd want to be a superhero. Like for instance, in this movie, an organization's constantly tracking these people down, trying to kill them, trying to do experiments on them. So it makes you realize there's a lot more to think of than just the powers you'd have. There's a lot more things you might have to deal with. It's very dangerous and complex. And even though I questioned whether I would want to be a superhero, I decided I definitely would want to be because it's an opportunity I couldn't pass up. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the powers I'd want to have. One of them is flying. I just think that one would be fun. I could just get anywhere I want easily, avoid traffic. Another one is mind reading, and I've wanted this one since I saw What Women Want. I thought it'd be so cool to be able to read people's minds. Also, my favorite show, True Blood, the main character has that power, so it's one I think is cool. But the thing is, I wouldn't want other people to have that power, because I would not want people to be able to read my mind. It's just awkward. So I'd like to secretly have that power. And then another power is the power to not ever get hurt. I'd be able to take a lot more risks without having to worry. I got that idea from the show Heroes. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. With a girl, she can be shot, stabbed, jump off a peak, and nothing will ever hurt her. I think that's pretty cool. Also, invisibility. That's, I could go anywhere, no one can see me. That would just be another fun one to have. A lot of the powers I like are kind of just to have fun, lighthearted. I would help people, but I try to keep things as normal as possible so I'm not exploited and used for my powers. There's some powers I wouldn't want to have. Some examples I gave of this is I would not want to be able to have control over people because I think that's just wrong. Sorry. But just me, like I wouldn't want that responsibility. That's the thing, and that's one of the things in Push. That's one of the things the main character was able to do. She could control people, and that one just seems very dark to me. And then another power I wouldn't want to have is I wouldn't want to be able to see the future because it would just take all the surprise out of living, and I'm kind of a perfectionist sometimes. I'd constantly be trying to change everything, make everything turn out perfectly. So I wouldn't want to have that one. And another thing we're talking about is some of the big decisions I'll have to have about my powers. And one is what I'll use my powers for. One thing is exploring and traveling. You can see there's a lot of perks in that. I could just fly somewhere. I could go anywhere I want, be invisible, so if I wasn't allowed to go somewhere, I could still go there. Also, I wouldn't be able to get hurt, so I like to explore new places, like see what everything like everywhere. So I could go to all types of countries, couldn't get hurt, wouldn't be able to be seen. And another thing that'd be fun to have, it kind of goes with the traveling, because that's something that's fun for me is like, traveling and exploring. And I'd be able to help people. And I wouldn't go crazy with it, but like if I had the opportunity to help someone out, I would always help them. But I would try to live the most normal life as possible. It would give me a lot of new opportunities, and I'm sure there's new opportunities I can't even think of. Just having superpowers, there's just so much to think of. Another big decision I would have to make is who I would tell. And I would only tell my family and close friends and my boyfriend. Because obviously it's another thing is I'd like to stay as normal as possible. I wouldn't want to have to go through anything like in the movies. And I wouldn't want to be on the news, like seen as different than everyone else. Because how our country, anyone that's a little different, imagine having huge differences. It would just be such a big deal. And I just like to relax, so I wouldn't want to deal with that. So, as you can see, I thought of a lot of new twists on being a superhero. It would be very scary, but definitely an opportunity I'd be willing to take. Opportunity of a lifetime. It's very risky, but I definitely do it. So, thanks for your time.